What is up, A team? Welcome back. AuzSOME here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, or not, depending on what I hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about some crypto, talk more about XRP. A lot of things are coming out. The markets are actually they're down, but they're mostly flat for the most part. As you can see, roughly down about 1.99%. I mean, that's kind of flat, down to 3.27 trillion in terms of market cap. A lot of news coming out today. Trump obviously out there on X right now, or out there on Truth Social, just posting like craziness out there. So anytime Trump tweets, anytime that there's a discussion about tariffs, or anytime there's a discussion about the economy, expect there to be some volatility in the markets. And as of right now, markets are kind of bleeding. They've been bleeding over the last couple of days now. But the fear and greed index is actually not looking too bad. It's still in the green for the most part. The economy is looking good, and there's a lot of positive indicators out there to show that we're right on the cusp of the next leg up in terms of a rally. So I think that I'll share a few things that I've observed through here. And we'll continue to monitor this. I'll also, at the end of the stream here, put the play of the day in. We'll go over whether we're going to put a long or a short in, what we're doing to buy. Usually I'll probably stick with XRP. It's the easiest chart to actually purchase on in doing any kind of day trades, stuff like that. But before I jump into everything, I want to say what's up to everyone here. We got Kevin in the house here. What's up, bud? We got Georgia. Chadwick, good to see you, man. Appreciate you being back here, dude. Sean, Billion Right, what's up, bud? Juan, Ian, good to see you, dude. We got Richard in the house here. XRP, Colt, Tony, Billion Right coming in hot with the $2 super chat. Got some blocky. Nice, dude. Yeah, I got in on some meme coins there. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. We got VZ. What's up, man? David, good to see you, dude. Big watch dude's in the house here. What's up, Big Watch dude? Appreciate you being here, man. So we got Seiko Hunt. What's up, buddy? We got Pipeline in the house. What's up, Pipeline? I think I might have already said Pipeline. Crypto Keeper. Good to see you guys. Jeffrey, Dangerous Dave, Toolbox. What's up, guy? Pipeline. Yeah. Ian, A-Team in the house here. Yeah. Airset, what's going on, man? Some people in here I haven't seen in quite a while. Kenny G, what's up, dude? Yeah, Trent's in the house here. We got some mods up in here. Good to see you guys. Chipper's in the house. Steve, we got a lot of people here. Brodick, man, we're pumping right now, dude. Gosh dang. Sorry, I scrolled fast through there. Rudy Poo, what's up, man? All right. Bamilli, what's going on, dude? I botched that trade so bad yesterday. Panic sold and lost right before the rally. It's all good, dude. Things happen, man. Right now the markets are coming back. The markets are actually looking pretty good. And they're starting to bounce back. So it's kind of, trying to judge between where to put your shorts and your longs can be a little tough sometimes. Definitely can be tricky. Usually towards the end of the hour, like right now, is kind of like where the market kind of pumps, and then maybe it tails off a little bit. So we'll see how the day plays out here, but we'll definitely put in some plays of the day at the end of the stream here. But let's jump into it here. Like I showed here, is that the markets are down just a tad bit, about a 1.99%. You can see right here, still sitting on 3.27 trillion. Most part, everything's kind of flat. I mean, look at Bitcoin, 1.14% down, not too bad. You can see right here, Ethereum's kind of getting beat up over the last 24 hours. XRP is getting beat up over the last 24 hours. So some of these are getting beat up. Some of them are doing okay. But for the most part, I mean, the market is just in the red, on the cusp of things right here. I mean, we're talking about tariffs. We're talking about everything here. We're talking about interest, all that kind of stuff. And it's really hedged on what Trump is saying. So, Walmart should stop trying to blame tariffs as the reason for raising prices throughout the chain. If we're raising prices, that means inflation's, not really hedged in all reality. So that can be a little tough there. So you got to, worry about that. Walmart made billions of dollars last year, far more than expected. Between Walmart and China, they should, as it said, eat the tariffs and not charge valued customers anything. I'll be watching. So this is going to be interesting to sort of see how this plays out. But like I said, anytime Trump's out here, talking about tariffs, talking about the economy, we seem to get hit in the head. Right here, there's another one here. I thought I clicked on another one, but maybe I didn't here. There was another one here. I think he tweeted out. Let me go back and see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, right here. The consensus, almost everybody, is that the Fed should cut rates sooner rather than later. Too late, pal. A man legendary for being too late will probably blow it again. But who knows? As you guys know, we'll have another potential rate cut coming up here. So we'll see how that plays out. But for the most part, he's still calling out Jerome Powell for not cutting rates. Again, if we cut rates, if we actually do rate cuts and do all that kind of stuff, I mean, the economy is going to do really well. But that's not really what I'm hedging things on here. Really what it comes down to for me is right here. You can see that we're right on the cusp of this happening, dude. Bitcoin's setting up like it did in 2020. And the last time it did this, we actually went crazy. So here's 2020. You can see right here, you had this diamond shape right here that caused a breakout, right? Now we're in the same exact position as of right now. So you can see this. This is looking really nice from like a indicator standpoint, like that we have a potential for a nice little breakout. And this is Bitcoin, but this leads us into the altcoin side, right? Here we are. This is us coming down right here. Very similar to where we're at right here. This is obviously a bigger, we dipped a little bit further here than we did here. But I mean, we're obviously on a wedge here, followed up by this accumulation period, and now we're set up to go to the next levels. And I mean, this is kind of crazy. He goes up into like 19 trillions. I mean, we're sitting at roughly what I say, a 3.27 trillion. So, to get to the 19 trillion is kind of crazy, right? I mean, what is that, like almost a 5x, if not more? So yeah, we'll have to sort of see how that plays out. What is it? Someone's calling something. Oh, they're calling his phone. FaceTime in his phone. It's in your bag. Let's see here. Another one here. You can see this is another one. Whales are depositing less and less Bitcoin to sell. The sell pressure is dropping. The price is about to react. So basically what you can see here is anytime that we have, this blue area right here is exchange from, it's whale inflow into exchanges. So whales are putting things into exchanges, and that's where you got to really start to see this. This is the money going in. Same with this stuff right here. And then obviously we're decreasing. So that means that there's less Bitcoin on exchanges, which is causing the price to go up, right? So this is kind of what you want to see. This is March, right here. This is 2025 right here, January 2025, where we went height. So you can see where we actually reached the height of Bitcoin. There's a lot of money coming in, which caused the sell-off pressure to come right here, right? I mean, and then we dipped down, more came on, we came down. So you got to realize that when there's more on the exchanges, we seem to actually have, that's where we'll actually get sells. But right now you can see it's coming down pretty hot. So this is a really, really good sign that we're setting ourselves up to probably hit all-time highs for Bitcoin. Like I truly believe we're going to hit all-time highs for Bitcoin. Did y'all see that 40 million long position someone posted on X? Yeah, it came out right here. This is what you're talking about. So someone came out and put a pretty big 43 million long on here. I don't know how, again, a lot of people come out here. It's actually someone opened a 276 million long on Bitcoin, I think is what it was. But 276 million is what they came out and said. Again, these are all tactics and smoke and mirrors, right? This could be something that they put out there to make people excited and go, and then what they'll do is they'll pull their leverage, right? I mean, so they come out here and they buy this, right? Doesn't mean that they're actually, it'll be interesting to sort of see what they do with it. I mean, how long they keep it, if they're still bullish about it. Just because they put a long on there doesn't mean a whole lot, right? This is all smoke and mirrors in this game. So it can get really, really interesting really, really quick. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, Kokor, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. Moody Credit Matters. Yeah, I want to see a 300% in profits, all crypto. That'd be nice. Well, I mean, that kind of happened in November. I mean, in all reality, that kind of happened in November. You know what I mean? Money making time. Hit that like button. Hell yeah, dude. Markets are bouncing back right now a little bit on this last hour. You can see, XRP's bouncing back nicely to the 233 marker, which again, 233 is kind of like that marker right now. But the last hour, this thing came back up nicely. It's going to probably fill this fair value gap at 233. So, something to watch out for right there. Which is, something you want to actually consider here. Let's do this real quick. Do that in just a sec. All right, I had to do something there real quick. All right, cool. But yeah, you can see it's coming back up here. I mean, the markets are looking pretty nice right now. 230, 233, 36. So this bounce back. This came down, hit well into the 230 marker. If not, I think it hit on 228 somewhere, 230 somewhere in that ballpark. So this thing is now back to 232, 37. So we'll see how this goes. How would you like to see XRP as a guest mate? I don't know. What's up, that guy? Good to see you, buddy. Go, old man Jenkins. What's going on, dude? Money, making time. Hit that like button. Appreciate you. Y'all don't forget to hit that like. Thank you, guys. Deb, thank you. Appreciate you guys all being. Yeah, November 2024 was kind of when we hit that 400%. A lot of things just went crazy, dude, in terms of just pricing, man. Things just went like crazy big. So, kind of crazy, but I mean, in all reality, it would be nice to sort of see that happen again. I mean, I think a lot of people are wanting that to come out and happen again. And I think it very well could. I mean, you're looking at things like this. when this starts to go down, we start to see less things on the exchanges. We actually have good price build up right here. So the selling pressure is not there, right? I mean, if it's off exchanges, you're not going to have the selling pressure. So that's really, really good. I mean, that's huge. And then obviously trends like this look good. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that we repeat history all the time, but I mean, history is a good marker for, what things look like in the future. And we're starting to look like that. So, things could look a little bit better right now. So we'll have to sort of see how this plays out. Let's see. Just hit the like button. Always support the stream. Appreciate you, Andrew. Let's make it happen again, dude. Yeah, dude. Austin, we buying the dip. I'm waiting for the dailies to drop a little bit more. Yeah, the dailies down. You can see right now. We can talk about the RSI. So you can see that we're going to probably come down a little bit more. I mean, we could bounce back up, hit this fair value gap at 232. We could even go back into the 233 marker. Back up in here and play around a little bit. I mean, it happened yesterday. We came down. This was basically like right at stream. We were right here on stream, and this thing came down. I put a nice little short in yesterday. It came down, and then I sold my short and bounced back up, came back up here, sold again, and now it's coming back down, and you short the market again, right? So that's kind of the whole goal here, is to keep playing the game if you want to. But I mean, obviously there's risk involved with it if you're doing leverage, but I mean, that's what it is. This is the name of the game right here. But yeah, this could probably bounce back up. And then you can see base here off let me get your comment out of the way here. You can see on the RSI that, the day chart, the hours coming down, the 4 hours are already at the bottom, the 12 hours at the bottom, and the day chart's working its way down. So there's still a lot of room for some down movement right here. Not a lot of room. I mean, we could, I think this 225 play right here, which is a nice little fair value gap right here, this 225 play is still like one of my top plays. Like, this is probably going to be the play of the day for me if I had to pick for putting a long position back in for us to have a nice little clean bounce back. If I had to decide on one today, that's probably where it's going to be, is putting a long in at 225. So that's probably what I'll do today. But I mean, you can see this coming down right here, and then you can see the weekly still stacking up to be very, very nice. So even with this weekly chart just starting right now, it's starting on the red right here. It's ending in the red, which again is okay. It might come down again. We might hit this, but I mean, we're still building up nicely on the weekly right here for XRP. So, when looking at that, I think things are actually looking pretty damn good. Arison, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Started my longs 1 hour ago. Your opinion on the bottom? Yeah, if you started your longs about 1 hour ago, you're sitting pretty good. I mean, because 1 hour ago, XRP was sitting about it was sitting in the 233 marks, right? Well, about an hour ago, it was sitting about 235. And then, you hit this nice little bottom. You came in. I mean, hopefully you put in a nice little take profits, or maybe you're still holding, because this is bouncing back nicely. So we'll see if what happens here. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to sort of see how this plays out today in terms of pricing. But let's see here. If you had people stuck at home with free money, it would be nice, but who knows? That's how it was in the last. That's how it was during the pandemic, man. People were stuck at home with free money. That's why the markets went crazy. So, Austin, I need a neck rub. 225. That's kind of where I'm at, dude. I think 225 is kind of where the bomb's going. I think that's a pretty good fall from where this thing topped out on just this last week, right? I mean, we came up here, we hit roughly 265, right? 265 was, or we'll say this 265, and we're down about 11%. This puts us down about 15%, right? And I always say about 15 to 16% is where we're at. It could go a little lower, and I'm looking at when I go to the day chart here, I look at it a little differently here, but I mean, that's sitting right in the fair value gap right there. We're sitting at roughly a 15%. And this could go down about 16, which is right in the middle at a 222. So anywhere from like 225 to 220 is probably not a bad position to be in for a nice little bounce back, right? We don't hit the bottom here where we hit this. This was back in May 7th, so it was like 10 days ago. We don't want to come all the way back down here. I mean, we could, but that's kind of not what you want. You want to basically come down, hit where we hit up right here, which is like, again, the top of this little cycle. So we come down, we hit about the top of this cycle, which is anywhere from 228 to 225 is kind of where I was thinking. The wick's probably going to come down, touch the 225, and then we'll have a nice little bounce back for a nice little return. That's kind of where I've been with it when looking at it and thinking about where it could go. So, but we'll see. I'll probably put a that's probably what I'll put in today, just to let you guys know. I'm a little ahead of the play of the day, but that's just being open and honest as quick as possible with you guys. Been gone for a couple of months. I had a heart attack, but I had a long open. Damn, bro. It was at 211. I didn't forget about the 18. Damn, dude. I hope all is well, Ercent. That's scary, man. I'm glad you're back, and sounds like everything's good to go. I just realized every time XRP gains more from 4%, then Ripple selling is sometimes accidentally timing the escrow. Maybe that could happen. AI takeover. That could, yeah. The timing's super important. That's all this space is all about timing. Yeah, dude. That's yeah, definitely more left to do. Dang. We got Cool Cat in the house here. What's up, Cool Cat? Appreciate you, Trent. Yeah, Trent's in the house here, dude. Austin, why don't you swing Pepe since the gains are far larger? Well, I mean, you do the same thing. It's a risk reward. I don't stare at the Pepe chart all day, and Pepe usually trade off of emotion. And unfortunately, when you start to do that, it gets a little bit scarier. So, at least with XRP, I look at the chart all the time, right? I mean, it's one of my largest bags. So, Pepe is kind of just like it's like a fart in the wind for me compared to like how I treat XRP and some others. So, broke again, wild dog. Yeah, it's not having a nice little XRP's having a nice little bounce back right now. From where it hit this bottom right here. But you can see the hour is probably going to end here. It just started right here. We're having a nice little green hour. We'll see if this can trend up, maybe hit back up into the 234, 235, or maybe just fill this little fair value gap at 233. And then maybe he'll probably get some rejection in here at this fair value gap. Let's actually look at where the volume's at right now. Yeah, volume's not too bad. Volume's definitely top heavy at 255 right now. Not a lot of volume coming in right here. Decent. Yeah, you can see 234 is kind of like it could come up to 234 right there. You can see 234. There's a pretty good amount of volume sitting right there that could definitely bounce off that and come back down. So 234 is kind of like, maybe that's where you put your short in as 234 if you were to do it. XRP is just different. Austin, are we getting ready for a takeoff? Yes, absolutely we are, dude. You can just see the indicators. You can see the charting. You can see where we're at. You can see the retort coming in from Trump, all the deals and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. I'm in a position. If you're shorting the market, it's for fun. Like you're shorting on the hour chart, you're shorting on the daily. Like you're probably holding for a couple hours and you're getting the hell out of there. But I mean, in all reality, if you're really looking, you should be longing the markets. I mean, that's where you're gonna, in all reality, that's kind of what you want to do. And that's where Coinbase is nice. I will say that is Coinbase is nice because you can actually buy contracts. You could actually hold them for a couple weeks and long the market that way versus with like, BTCC, you have to, you got to be careful. You got to watch out for, they charge a funding rate and a countdown and stuff like that. So you got to be careful with that. Can you look at Pepe? I mean, Pepe is just holding its thing. I mean, in all reality, Pepe is doing its thing. But I mean, what do you think is going to happen to the price on Monday? Price on Monday should. I mean, honestly, we're down on the day chart right here. We should be hitting the bottom. We should hit the bottom on Sunday tomorrow. So by Sunday we should be past. If we continue this trend, which we probably will, we'll probably come down and hit the bottom here on Monday. And so probably by like Tuesday, Wednesday, we should be back moving in an upward trajectory on the day chart. Weeklies look, like I said, this is our first red week. It's usually going green week, red week, green week, red week, green week, red week. So, I mean, I'm assuming that next week, based off what we're seeing right now, going into the 19th, which is going to be on Monday, we're probably going to hopefully go into the green based off of all the patterns that we see right here. And most trading is a pattern. So, we typically don't. Last time that we had a double red week was back over here in March. So we went all of April. And into May now, going green, red, green, red, green, red. So hopefully green. And we're at the bottom down here. So it's a different time frame than the last time we're like, this is a double. We were already working our way down right here, right? Same with this one. We were working our way down. This one, we were working our way down. We're working our way up right now. And so, last time you go back and look at where we're working our way up, I mean, we're at the bottom right here, working our way up. It was two reds, and then we went into the green. So different time frame on the RSI. But I use the RSI for a lot of my trading here, and you can see that we're actually in this is a really nice trend upward for XRP. So I'm bullish on XRP. XRP is a long term, like in the long term, we're gonna get back to this $3 range, like without question. When we hit 265 here this week, and we'll probably continue to rise up and hopefully get back in that 260 marker. So, like I said, as much as you can go out here and put some shorts in. you could do whatever you want. But the long term play is the long putting in the longs on this, and or just buying and accumulating as much as possible at this time. So hey, Austin, wondering what you think about Quant. Quant's great, dude. Quant's great. I think there's a lot to do with it. What do you think is going to happen to the price? I already read that. I thought the futures were coming out on Monday. They could be. Yeah, there could be more stuff. What up, Tim Shea? We got the mayor of crypto in the house here. Hopefully, Trump's meeting with the Putin and Zelensky on Monday. Yeah, that'd be nice, right? To actually put a 100% put a ceasefire to it all would be phenomenal. I mean, without a doubt, that'd be the best thing. Is to actually like, it would actually be super nice to do that. We'll say Intel next week or more than weeks. Market correction will stay Intel next week or more than weeks. Or more until next week. What do you think about XCM, bro? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people here like XCM. I don't own XCM, but I think a lot of people made a lot of money off of it. So kudos to all the people that jumped into that. What's up, Big B? Cheers, everybody. What's up, Sacred Terra? Good to see you guys. Oh, for the 3 futures drops? Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, Alex. We'll see how those work out. We'll see how those work out for XRP. We got Selmo Fud. What's up, Selmo? So today will be an interesting day. I mean, today's kind of like like I told you guys, the hour. If we're looking at Bitcoin, even Bitcoin's in the same boat. The one thing with Bitcoin is look at the weekly on the Bitcoin. So the nice thing is that we want when last time the weekly was up here, we stayed up here for almost 3 weeks, right? More than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, almost 10 to 11 weeks we stayed up here in the green. So when this reaches up here, we'll probably stay up here for about a month, and that's where I think that like an all-time high is definitely going to get reached here in the next month, because we're going to be up here in the weekly. And when this thing starts to turn, like you see right here, when this thing starts to turn, that's when you got to be really prepared to have a dip in the market. So, to come back down in the market. So we could probably have another 3 weeks here, which will probably 4 weeks up here again, which puts us about end of June, like we talked about, end of June. We'll have a nice little rally. Then the end of June's going to come. We're going to go into the red. We're going to start coming down. We're probably going to spend we're going to probably spend July and August in the red, dude. We're going to come down. We're probably going to hit new numbers down here. Probably fill up these fair value gaps at 90,000 again, 92,000. We'll probably fill these things up again. And then we'll take the next leg up again going into October. And that's kind of what we'll see. So, I mean, that's just how I look at it. We're actually setting ourselves up perfectly right now. We spent about roughly the peak of here from November of 2024. We started to come down on December of 2024. And then basically, so for 6 months, we've been in a downturn for about 4 months. 4 months from the time this came down to the time it hit here, we're about 3 months. So 3 months to hit the bottom. We'll be up here for about a month. It'll be about 3 months to hit the bottom. We'll hit about 3 months to get through the bottom again, which again puts us in June, July, August. Right in September, we're going to start pulling out of it. In October, we're going to be towards the end of October. We're going to be in that's going to be the peak. So yeah, it's lining up perfectly, guys. Honestly, it's lining up perfectly. I know it sounds crazy, but that is lining up perfectly right there. Whenever I'm pissed from Online FUD, the A-Team podcast always comes through at the right time. Oh, baby, that's awesome. Appreciate you, man. Make crypto pump again. Yeah. We're gonna probably hit some green right now. Probably for the next month. Probably for the next 4, we'll probably hit some green. This is the first little green, or the first little red week that we've had in Bitcoin for almost a whole month. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to our 5th month into the green, and this came back, and it's now fallen down a little bit. So, Austin, you said your birthday's right after. Yeah, my birthday is at the end of May. So, selling XRP to buy more XCN. All right, Tim. I was thinking the same thing after being in a chat a while ago. This, for some reasons, helped calm me down. Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, I'd stay relaxed, stay calm, dude. Everything's going to work out. Any idea when the court case hearing might be over? Dude, probably not till the end of the year. I mean, I don't know what Judge Torres is going to do, but yeah, based off that rule, based off what came out here and her turning it down type of deal and not going, I mean, they're going to have to probably reappeal it. You're playing around Dymo and having to bridge ETH to Dymo to Polygon. Damn, that's a lot of bridging. Careful, bridges are a little dangerous. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see how this plays out today. Like I said, the day charts, it's already pushing like it's going to go down. I mean, we still got a few hours. I mean, we still got what, almost 14 hour, 12 hours, 12, 14 hours left in the days to see where this ends up. But I mean, it's showing that it's going to go down. Dips are your friends. Yeah, that's where you want to enter. I mean, in all reality, you want to be entering on those things. So, Republican Democrats who have advocated for the U.S. stablecoin legislation are saying the seventh revision of the bill may clear. Yeah, I saw that on X yesterday, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, definitely would be awesome, and I think that'd be great to have before Bitcoin conference would be super awesome. Just got my first ever scam MT dropped into my Coinbase wallet. I felt like I have just been accepted into community. Yeah, be careful with that thing, dude. World Cup in Seattle this year. You going? No, did you see the tickets, bro? The tickets for like the one tick, like just for like nosebleeds, dude, is like $3,500. Like, dude, I'm not paying $3,500 a ticket, one ticket. Like that would be that's like a waste of money, bro. I mean, I would love the experience, but not for that price. Especially up in the nosebleeds. Like if you've been to the arena out there, it's pretty. I mean, it's definitely not the greatest. Will the bill pass on Monday? Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to say. Do a GoFundMe, we support you. You're funny, dude. I'm praying for something good by September. Yeah, I think September is gonna be good, dude. Are we there yet? We're getting there. We're getting there. It's gonna happen sooner rather than later. If I invested, it does not go up. Are you saying what do you say? If I invest and it does not go up, and you are saying, do you give me my money back? No. Yeah, I will not give you your money back. That is on you. You're a grown ass man or woman. I don't know. But you are a grown ass person, dude. You can make your decisions without someone holding your hand. We got to get Austin into the World Cup. Imagine the XRP rally. uh, Austin, do you think US being downgraded below AAA? No, that's happened before, dude. I'm not even sweating that. Yeah, that's happened before for sure. That's definitely happened before. Probably when did it last happen, dude? I can't remember the last time it happened, but it happened a while back. Yeah, Airson. I like your saying. Yeah, if you follow something I said, are you gonna give me the money for it? I like that. That's a good one. What would happen long term if Meta buys XRP? Do you actually think they're gonna buy XRP? I don't know, man. Should the bill pass on Monday have a positive effect on the markets? Yeah, I think it probably would. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, I think it probably would. Yeah, just keep buying. Yeah, and definitely keep buying on. Keep buying. Accumulate, right? Keep accumulating. Austin, what are your plans for today? Well, today I will be streaming. And then I'm going to go out. We're going to do some calisthenics in the garage with the kids, and then we're going to probably go kick some soccer balls around, dude. Like that's my Saturday. You're a good dude. I appreciate you actually paying attention to the comments. Oh, anytime, Alex. I do all the time, man. I try my best. Sometimes I miss a lot. No way they buy it. There's no way. I agree. There's no way. I mean, I think Ripple's evaluate. I think that they're worth like. I think someone said they're worth like 5 billion too, right? That's kind of where their IPO would be at is 5 billion. So I mean that's definitely there too. So, but I don't think Meta's going to acquire Ripple, bro. That could get a little crazy. Yeah, that could get a little crazy. They know they're way undervalued. True. That is true. Yeah, they are undervalued for sure. I think Meta just wants to use XRP. They could, but I mean, like, I'd be crazy if Brad Garlinghouse actually gave up on that. That'd be nuts, dude. That'd be crazy. That would be nuts if that actually happened, dude. I'm gonna be honest, like that'd be so crazy if that actually happened. Like, I just don't see that happening, dude. There's just no way that's gonna happen. But to each your own, right? I don't know. I don't know if Ripple will actually get acquired. Ripple is not for sale. Yeah, it'd be crazy if that happened. I think I'd be a little disappointed if Ripple sold to Meta. I'd probably be super disappointed, to be 100% honest with you. I think I'd be super disappointed. So there's that, right? There'd be that disappointment. Is Monday something CME features happening? Saw something yesterday, but wasn't sure. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. If people are saying it's going to, I don't know if it will. I don't know if it's going to or not. So I wanted to put this out here. So it says selling XRP at 240 in 2025 could mean missing 10K by 2027. So people are saying be patient. It says selling XRP is like throwing away a winning lottery ticket. Selling right now would be like losing a winning lottery ticket. It said Frank Templeton said a $1.5 trillion, which is a $1.5 trillion firm, have filed to launch an XRP spot trading. It says right here that they do believe that XRP in 2024 will break its all-time high. And they said XRP will break its all-time high of 384. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, but you have a lot of people out here saying that selling early would be the downturn. If you said right here, the Joe Smith would be laminating that when he sold his 500 XRP purchased at 70 cents in 2024 for 240 in 2025. By 2025, those 500 XRP would be worth 10,000. He sold them for just $1,200. So he's basically saying that 500 XRP that he holds today would be worth 10,000 down the road. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but that's kind of what they're saying. So I don't know. I have read a few people say June is a big XRP. ETS may launch. Well, June 17th is the date, right? Well, June 17th is the date for XRP. And well, not just XRP. I mean, there's going to be Dogecoin. There's a lot of other cryptos that are hopefully, Polygon or not Polygon. Solana could be one. 808 Mimis. I'm probably only going to be buying. XRP today. And I'll probably put a long in. I'll probably put a long in at 225. I think that's kind of what I'm going to do for my play of the day, which I'll put it here in a little bit. This 225 will be like the play of the day for me. But we'll see how that works out. Any word about the no capital gains on US cryptos? I have no idea what's gonna happen with that. Blocky down, can you refund me? It's blocky down. I haven't even looked. That's funny you bring that up. Is it down? Let's see. Let's go to Pair Explorer. Yeah, it's down 17%. That's down. That's actually down pretty decent. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with Solana being down. It's actually sitting right around it. I mean, like, it's hovering price. I mean, where this thing pumped. I mean, yeah, this price where it's at right now is kind of, I mean, it's hit this level before. So let's see if we can actually hold up. I'm looking at the 1 hour chart on it too. So yeah. Austin, you think 227 limit entry would be good for a swing? Yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna put mine at 225. I'll probably be a little bit more aggressive with mine. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see if it works out nicely or not. Let's see here. Stop to say, what's up, Shaman? Hope all is well with you, buddy. Shaman says it in the house here. Good to see you, bud. Long time no see. Hope all, like I said, hope you're doing good, dude. I haven't talked to you in a while. Nice, I'll follow you on that one. I had a long at Sui at the moment. Bought it at 270, liquidation at 250. Oh, damn. That's pretty good. 253 is probably not bad from a liquidation standpoint. That's not too bad. It's not too far off. Hopefully, you didn't. It's all about how much you leverage too. What amount is a good amount to sit on? I'm at 1,500. They say, dude, it varies. You talking about it for XRP, dude? It varies so much on what people are saying on how much to hold and stuff like that. Honestly, I think just accumulate as much as possible. I mean, there's articles that are coming out saying you need to hold like, you should be holding like 10,000 XRP. Some are saying you need to hold 50,000 XRP. There's so many out there, dude. 20x, that's not too bad. 20x is not too bad. XRP on sale. Let's go. Ripperino, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Actually, €2 super chat. Appreciate that. XRP on sale. XRP is definitely 230. It was definitely on sale this morning, dude. It went all the way down to 220, almost to 220. Where was it at? I think it was almost hit like 228 this morning, I think, at one point, 228. So yeah, now it's hovering around the 233.43. So we'll see how that plays out. What's up, brother? Yeah, good to see you. I feel Algo and XLM will be used somehow. Just pick one. I mean, Algorand's good, dude. I think Algorand's in a pretty good spot. You can see over the last hour, this thing has come up. I mean, it definitely hit this 240 range right here, where you can see the 234 right there. This line I put in there, which is like definitely hit that line right there, 234. Which you can see it bounced off this. There's a lot of volume right there, so it bounced off that volume and was rejected, came down. So we'll see if it holds around the 233 or tries to retest the 240 again. Usually we get a couple retesting here before it bounces, but I mean, this last hour has been actually pretty nice. Opened up the hour at 231, and then went all the way up to 2. Yeah, so we'll see how this hour plays out. We'll probably fall back down to like 233 for the hour, and then we'll see what happens, see if we can retest. 231, I believe. All right, that's actually not that bad. 100x with your play. Gosh, dang. 2,000 XRP. So you're saying what? What are we at? Like, what is that? Like 5? What is that? Like $5,000. $5,000 gonna make a person rich. I mean, you have to do pretty good. You have to hit numbers, unprecedented numbers for sure. Sent. Let's see. Yeah, I got a small group. We need to add more pioneers. Okay. Back to work. All right, bro. I appreciate you stopping by, dude. It's good to see you. 5 years and just holding. Yeah, I mean, it's super important. I have 13,238 extra. That's pretty good, Travis. That's really good, actually. That's really good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Small group. We'll see. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. Generational. Yeah, I think a lot of people, that's kind of what it is, right? Crypto. Right, Joel? XLM don't have a lawsuit. That's true. Doodles called dude. It's funny, man. There's a lot of those out there. Doodles. Dude, doodles, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it'll be interesting to sort of see. Looks like we're going to try to retest this 240 or this 334. Looks like we're about to retest it here in a minute. We're sitting here around 339, retested around 3435. You can see the top of that, which is right at the 0.5. You can see right here at this 0.5. That's right where we're retesting there, which again is off the old school Fibonacci, right? One that we put up a long time ago. It's still retesting that level right there, which is crazy, right? That those levels still play even right now. The 0.5 level is still in effect. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. We've had this Fibonacci up for a long time. Even from Bangkok. Hell yeah, dude. MC, hi, Austin. I have a 7,506 XRP. I want more. Target 10K. Yeah, that's a good target. We will be wealthy. I love it, dude. You going live on Monday just in case futures drop? Yeah, I'll be here Monday, dude. Yeah, definitely be here Monday. Austin, get Rocket League. Let's play. You'll like it. It's soccer, but with flying cars. What? That seems wild, dude. Flying cars. What's your thoughts on other YouTubers? I like Martin. Just effed me on 4K. I think Martin just effed me on 4K that I could have made in the last 24 hours. Just saying that's why I came back to your channel. I don't even know who Martin is, bro. I'm sorry. I mean, I guess it all depends on what you're. I don't know I don't know who Martin is. So yeah, it all depends on who you're watching and what you're watching. So it looks like we just tested the 3.4 level again. So back into the 3.4. Yeah, this thing's moving pretty good. 3414. Ripperino, thanks so much for the 2 euros again. Buy XRP, not get rich today, but tomorrow. I mean, the goal is to buy and hold as much as possible. Just keep holding, dude. The crystal ball. I'm gonna regulate the F out of flying cars. Yeah, Martin will screw. Who's Martin? I don't know who Martin is. I gotta look that up. XRP will fix all the good channels. Austin, any more news on Pure Wallet update? Dude, I actually just got an update today, dude. I got an update on the test flight. So I actually tested it out today for XRP, or sorry, for Pure Wallet. Yeah, so the Pure Wallet, there's a new update on. The whole interface is completely new. So hopefully that interface comes out here in the coming week. You know what I mean? Which would be super nice. Be super nice, dude. I got a lot of crypto news from Paul Barron, actually an intelligent guy that puts in work to report real news. That's good, Aircent. That's good. Yeah. I don't really follow a whole lot. I told you guys I don't really follow a whole lot of other YouTubers. I don't have the time. The only time I have is to put time into the A team, make the content on here, do streams, do my own daily stuff. I don't have time to watch anyone else, to be honest. And that's nothing against it. I just don't know. Martin Lucas investing is like Jimmy's on top of Martin Lucas. I got to look him up. Martin Lucas. Oh, it's crazy. I've never even seen this guy before. I've never even seen that guy before, dude. Did you say you were working on getting H bar and per wallet? Yeah. I'm hoping that it comes out in this coming week, dude. Do you think the next 2 weeks we'll see prices around 5-6? Nah, I don't know about 2. We'll probably, yeah, we could, we could definitely get to all time highs, right? That's kind of where I hope. Billion, right? Thanks so much for the $2 super chat. Am I the only one working? Are you working today? You cleaning pools today, bro? The only good thing about this channel is he streams a lot of stuff live, like earning calls, etc. Oh, he does a lot of earning calls. Okay, I get what you're saying. That's not bad, right? It keeps you entertained. He's all about the clickbait. I don't trust him at all. Always plays some angle. Reminds me of some shitty salesman. People, when I made my video on Blocky and put up the BTC affiliation link, I think people probably thought that about me too. So I am not. People probably think the same thing. Oh, okay, that's interesting. What is the market cap simulation site you use? Oh, it's just called Market Cap Calculator. That's literally what I think it's called, the Market Cap Calculator. Market Cap Calc. I'll put it, if you want to use it, I'll put it down here. I'll put it into the chat. There you go. I just put it into the chat. You can check it out, dude. Market Cap Calculator. He does stocks only. Oh, he's a stocks guy. I did not know that. That's probably why I don't know him. I'm at work, hiding in a janitor's closet. Oh, Chris, dude, thanks so much, man. He gets people to super chat to pump price if XRP's live. Gotcha. What's up, Adam? Good to see you, buddy. Nah, you missed nothing, dude. We're sitting here just BSing. Talking about plays, talking about what we're gonna do, talking about if we're gonna short the market, if we're gonna long the market. I mean, right now, it would kind of, where the indicators are saying, it's saying that the market's going to probably downtrend just a little bit more. I don't, how much, I don't know. But indicators are kind of saying long term, obviously indicators are saying we're looking good, but just short term, if you're looking for like some swing trades, the hour is working its way down. The 4 hours already at the bottom, which is good. 12 hours coming down still, which usually comes down and hangs around here for a couple of days anyways. So you can see we're already working our way down. The day chart is where this is getting a little tricky because it's coming down. And usually once it passes this 50 right here, it's going to come down and hit past here. So like that just kind of shows you that we're in for some more either flat, like we're either going to be a little bit flat or hopefully maybe more downward trend, but we'll see what happens. I'm just saying, and then the weekly is looking pretty good, at least from an XRP standpoint. So now the play of the day, obviously I'm going to put a long position here at 225, and I'm debating between 225 and 222. I'm kind of stuck because 225 is right on the 100-day EMA. So or the 100-day, the 100-day EMA right here, and I'm kind of like, dude, do I just stick to this moving average? Stick to the 50-day at 225 and not miss the opportunity. And that's probably what I'll do, dude. It's right on 225 is right on it, dude. So it's probably what I'll do. 225 for a long position today. So that's all you basically missed. Only money I've lost for the most part has all been future trading. Yeah, future trading. I don't know if you guys watch Kev83. He's on here. He's kind of more bearish, but I mean, he brings really good knowledge to the channel, and he always plays devil advocate, which I kind of like. And these exchanges will seek out your trade, dude. I do 100% agree with that. If a lot of people are shorting the markets, like these things somehow these exchanges will somehow work together to annihilate those options. So they will seek out your trades. I do feel that. I do feel that they kind of work against you, but I mean that's no different than the casinos, right? The casinos are always going to have an edge. Same with the exchanges. The exchanges are always going to have an edge, and when you're gambling like that, or which is gambling. I mean, future trading is gambling. You're putting out money in hopes that something does what you hope it does. No different than a blackjack. You go out there and you're hoping that you hit a blackjack. Same sort of scenario. And we'll sort of see how it plays out. To be honest with you, but It can wreck you a little bit, dude. You got to be careful with it. Plugged in the chart, dude. Crypto Merc, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Too plugged the chart into my AI tool to double check our thoughts and looks bearish in the short term. Look to bounce up in the next support. Yeah, bearish for short term for sure. Long term, obviously looking. I think it's going to look good, right? I mean, I do think that this is a very accurate depiction of where we're going to go. Same with this right here. I don't know about going up to 19 trillion like he's saying here, but I mean, I definitely think that we're going to rally out of here. Maybe get to a 4, maybe double our trillion. We're sitting at roughly a $3 trillion market cap. It'd be nice to get to a $6 trillion market cap before we actually fall back down. Whether that happens or not, that's a lot of money coming into the markets to get to that level. Do you hear that guy? He said, "Put your life savings as a long." yeah, right. I mean, if that's what you choose to do, dude, like more power to you. Just got your referral link ready for BTC. Looks like the platform has paper trading, so I'll play around till I have a good. Yeah, Andrew, it's actually not that bad. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. I know it's there's a link out there I put out there for people, but it's actually the closest thing, dude. I should have used it earlier. I'm gonna be honest. I should have jumped on BTCC earlier to trade, dude, because it's actually super easy. And it makes it easy to share with you guys. So, I should have done it earlier, back like in January and stuff like that. It's funny is they reached out to me in January and February, and I didn't respond. And then I started to look at it, and I was like, this actually is not that bad. Lewis, the leader. Is he still out there, dude? I haven't even looked. Is he still out there? Liquidating longs at 206. You think so? Liquidating longs at 206? Does that mean your long starts at 225? Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. It means that I'm going to long. It means that the market. I hope the market flicks back, into the positive after that. But you have to. That means that technically you should be. If you're going to play the game, I mean, the game is you're going to have to short them. If you believe the market's going to go down, then the short should be now. Right, you should come in and short the market at 233, hoping that it gets down to 225. You sell at 225 on your short to then have the market bounce back at 225. Like that's how you can kind of leverage yourself out. But I mean, you're also risking the chance that that the markets go down. So let's actually we'll play around today. Let's actually start doing it right now. So you can see here's the leverage thing. So I'm gonna go up to XRP here. So technically, if we want to play the game the right way of the game is you want to put a short in. So I mean, like technically, right now I got about $464 to play with. What we'll do is we'll just say let's open up a short here for the market. Okay, so let's actually look up the quantity. Let's just short the market on a. So let's do. I actually want to do. How much do I want to leverage? Let's do let's just see what a 20x leverage looks like here real quick. Let's just look at it. Let's go 20x. Let's actually do 1,000 XRP. That puts us at $100 leverage that we're going to short the market. So if we open up a short on the market here, our liquidation price is going to be 275. So that means that to get liquidated on our position, have to go up to 275, which really isn't that bad. Let's actually move this to let's move to a 10x, and let's see where that puts us, which again puts us at a 271. So it's really not that big of a difference, but you're not putting out that much money. So you're buying 1,000 XRP. The margin's going to be 233 on a short. So if you wanted to open up that short, you would say order confirmation to play the game. And I think I'm actually going to do a 20x. So let's go back to a 20x here. Let's short the market. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see. I mean, we're at a pretty good spot. The margin is going to be about $100. And if we open up the short here, it's going to be a liquidation at 275. However, I think you should probably put a stop loss. I mean, you should probably put 275 as your liquidation. I mean, dude, that's pretty far away. I think there's obviously more blood in the streets, and you can close this anytime you want. So we're going to actually open up that. We're going to open it up right now. I'm just going to order. So we'll do it at the market price right now. And we'll just, boom, there it is. Short is in. Now we got the short in. And then what I want to do now is I want to go down and I want to do a limit, and I want to do a long on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 20x long. It's going to be cross. I'm going to say I want the price to be 225. I'm going to do 225. What did it say? 225.2 as I think where the number was at. 225.21 is what I want to buy. 225.21 is where I want to buy. So I'm going to go back and put 225.21. And then let's just say I want to do 1,000 XRP again. That puts us at a 20x. That buys us out here. I might actually buy a little more than that. Let's actually do a 2,000. That puts let's actually do 1,500. 1,500 XRP. It's about 168. So if we open up a long, my liquidation price would be 139 for liquidation. That's not that, dude. That's one. Then we have to hit 139 to get liquidated on this open call at 225 for a 20x. So now, if you want to go up and say, let's do like and it's not going to let me change my margin now because I'm already put in an order. So I'll probably just open up my long, and so we'll just say, okay, order confirmed, and now I have an open order for 225.210. So that's kind of the game that you want to play here. Now your hopes is that the market goes down, and your position continues. I'm down $5 right now, obviously, because the market, since I bought this on the market value, which you should probably. I'm doing this for the stream in all reality, but if you wanted to, you could just put in a limit order and say, okay, if it hits 234 again, I'm going to short the market, right? That would probably been the best way to do it. But just for the stream, I did it at market. I did it at the market value. And the cool part is it tells you right here where your pricing's at. So where you bought, it tells you right here where you opened up your quantity and everything right here. And then it tells you where your limit's at on the screen here. So it's kind of nice to sort of see that too. So you can sort of see where you're at right now. But yeah, you're betting against the market, so that it comes down and hits where your limit is. So if you're thinking that 225 is where it's going to be, then you want to short the market to where you're actually going to pick up the next long. So, I mean, that's the game. That's the game that I play all the time. I just did it literally 2 days in a row on stream. If you guys were following me in Discord, if you're in my Discord, I was screenshotting it, sharing everyone. I shorted the market all the way down to 233, and then I bought the market at 233. The market went up to 238 in the middle of the night. I said before I went to bed, put your stop loss in. And that's exactly what I did. And you can do that right now too. You could actually come in here and add a stop loss on here. So if you don't want to lose money, you can come in and add these things. Super easy to do, dude. Liquidation price is at 274 on the short. And my liquidation price right now will be, I think it said 173 for my liquidation price on the 225 purchase. So, I mean, I think these are actually really, really good positions. They're 20x longs. I'm margining right now about $116, which really isn't that bad. I think right now I actually cap out. I think right now my max long is $22,730 is where this is at, I think. So not too bad in all reality, not too bad. But that's kind of the easy way to do it, dude. BTC is what I've used to leverage trade, but their mobile app is just I actually kind of like their mobile app's not that bad, dude. I spent all day yesterday playing around with it. And It's not that bad. I mean, there's worse ones out there for sure. You think that the market's going to pump today off of Trump? I did. Trump will make an announcement today. I don't think he's gonna make an announcement. We'll see what happens. Can be tricky play by market makers when everyone thinks they're going to go into another correction and open shorts. Market can reverse in a couple of days and liquid. Yeah, these are short-term plays. So you got to realize, dude, when you're doing this stuff, these are not long-term holds, dude. Like I'm talking like because you got to pay a funding rate here. So this one thing you got to watch out for, dude, is that you have a funding rate over here. So this funding rate the longer you hold this funding rate, right? The next funding rate comes out. This is for the next 7 hours, and the funding rate on these things could come out. And this is 0.0. What is it? 0.04%. So it's a small percentage, but I mean, it's still if you're in the red, you're going to pay. If you're in the green, you're going to get paid a little bit. So big difference on how it works out for the funding rates here. But I mean, you don't want to hold long term. Like you don't want to hold. You're not holding more than like I'm not going to hold more than 24 hours on a leverage trade for the most part. Especially on I might maybe hold for 2 days, depending on where it's going, depending on how much it falls or how much it goes up. Like that, that could play factor into this big time. And and I might hold longer, but I mean, for the most part, when you start having funding rates and stuff like that, you got to take that into consideration when you're buying these things. So yeah, my short's already in the green. I'm already up $1.89. So hell yeah, I'm already in the green. But that's the play of the day for me. That's predicted that should every portfolio. But if YouTubers of choice isn't talking about it, then you wouldn't know. That's true. You wouldn't know. Is there charts on the mobile app? Yeah, there's charts on mobile apps when you do Trading View. It's a pain, just one indicator. Yeah. I use my Trading View app on my phone, and then I'll go back to the only thing I don't like about it is you got to constantly sign back in on the computer. That's the only thing that's super annoying. What's up, Future Profit? Lowest I pay for XRP was 11 cents. Damn. I do 3-day max on swings and just started another if I think. Yeah, that's true, Joe. That's Joe Delusion. That's a good one to look at too. So far the short's coming in nice. So we'll see how it finishes out the hour. Usually the hour the charts start to go back up. We're finishing up the hour here. We got 3 minutes left in the hour. Usually the market seems to bounce into the green in the last like minute. But I mean, you can see right here, it opened up. I mean, yeah, where we opened up at 31, we definitely ended up in the green here at 32. So we'll see if we can continue up. We got rejected at the 34 again. Been rejected twice in the last 2 hours. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5 times. In the last 5 hours, we were rejected at the 32, 34 level. So we'll see what happens here in the next hour. What will be your profit? Be on the short if it touches 225. It'll be if it hits the 225. That's a good question. It's probably gonna be. Let me go back and look. Let's see, if it hits the 225, let's measure that out here. If it hits the 225, I got it at 32. I got it at 33. If it hits the 225, you'd be about a 3%. 3%. Which right now is about 5. So yeah, dude, it's probably going to be close to. I mean, you're probably going to be close to like, if it hits that, dude, we're probably sitting on like maybe a couple $100. Probably like at leveraging $100, I'll probably be up close to like maybe $200 or $300 if it hits 225, give or take. I think because I'm leveraging 20, so I'm leveraging. I think there's 1,000 order I'm leveraging, so there's 1,000 XRP right now. So I mean, if it hits 225 at that price, I mean, yeah, I'm probably sitting at roughly a couple $100. Generally put a TP at 60% ROI, regardless of if I believe it'll hit. That's not a bad. Yeah, that's what I did last night. That's a perfect example. I did one last night. I put in my stop, my take profits last night. Actually, I didn't put take profits. I put my stop loss in. Sorry, I put my stop loss in. I always do a trailing stop loss. You guys know that. So I put my trailing stop loss in yesterday. So far, it's looking good. So far, the short's looking good. Sitting at 232. I'm up $7. But I mean, like, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how the day plays out. We'll see if it actually hits 225 and this whole play plays out. 225 million long just got placed. Yeah, we saw that. That was pretty good. Dude, get out of F, and if that's true, and go live crypto merc. I just got back to New York Dolphins. Still had a family to raise. Yeah, I get you, crypto merc. What's going on, man? I get it, dude. Just got back golfing. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, Meredith, it's actually not that bad to like wait for the last hour, because what happens towards the end of the hour is that the market, that's where you start to really sort of see where the market can go. I'm not saying that's always going to happen, but like starting into 10 o'clock here, you got to think the market hit 228, and then in the last like 10 minutes of the hour, we went all the way up to 230 to 232, right? So I mean, like literally 4 cents with at the end of the thing. So we'll see how this goes now. Now this next hour is going to hit right now, and it's already starting in the red, right? Well, it's starting in the green a little bit, 232.4. So we'll see if this next hour, what happens in this next hour here. It's starting to climb up a little bit, 232.5. So yeah, now you can see the cool average price is 233.15. 233, and it's at 232. So you can definitely see I'm already in the green there. But I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be interesting to sort of see where this hour goes. It seems like every time we have a green, we follow up with red, and so far it's downtrending into the red. So we'll see what the hour plays out. So what's good, Jose? Yeah, 228 is a fair value gap. Yeah, I was just showing that I put one in here at the two. Well, you can see right here, there's a 50-day moving average, or sorry, there's a 100-day moving average right here. This on the day chart, which is sitting at 225. And that's kind of where I put if I was going to buy, that's kind of where I was going to buy it at. So, well, I think you just showed up, Sutton. You have to go back and watch the original, just go watch the first 10 minutes of the video. When I get off the stream, go watch the first 10 minutes. I think my titles are pretty accurate of what I talk about, at least for sure. I think my title says crypto rally confirmed ? I think I've shown some pretty good data as to why a crypto rally is on the verge of happening. Like I don't think there's any doubt here that there's a verge for a rally coming. I mean, we're right on the cusp of this. This is 2020. Here's 2025. We're coming right down off of a recovery right now. Big recovery back here in 2020. 2021, going into 2020, end of 2020, going to 2021. Here we are, right here in July. Into the second quarter, going into the summer here, going into Q3. I mean, we're in a really good spot right now. We know that there's a tax package out there that's about to come out. I mean, like, I don't know, man. Your titles are so much more accurate than other people's. Your info is great. I appreciate that. No, I get what you're saying, dude. I guess I try to talk about, like, I make a title for a video. I'll tell you, I make a title for a video, and then I try to talk about like what I mean by that title. And I usually talk about it within the first like 15, 20 minutes of the show to like really say like, hey, this is what I'm thinking, or this is where it's at, or whatever it might be. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm always right. I'm never always right. But I do try to at least put context to it. Some way, somehow I try to. No, I know, Sutton, you're not hating. I know. That's what I was just telling you. I go back. I think I try to hit it right, but let me know, Sutton. Put it down in the comment section below. I appreciate it if you tell me if I'm off. You're always gonna. Yeah. Last time Trump was in office, first year, 2017. We pumped big time. Yeah. Well, it's because of the tax packaging, right? That came through. That's because of the tax package. So. 589, you in the House of Crypto, only 2 channels I watch. House of Crypto. I don't even know if I've seen that before. House of Crypto. I have to watch that one. I don't think it's going to delay the top, dude. No, I don't think it's going to delay the top. But with all that, guys, I'm going to hop off. I have to go out and do some calisthenics with the girls. Then we're going to go play some soccer. We're going to keep monitoring the short, see if we actually hit our long. See how the play of the day works out. Again, this is the play of the day. I'm just putting it out there for everyone here. And Billion Wright coming in. No, his son's been here before, dude. I appreciate him. I appreciate your $2 super chat. I saw Dave. We haven't had a Dave in a long time. We haven't actually had the real Dave. We haven't actually had the real Dave in here in a really long time. Where is the Dave's at, dude? Where is the Dave's at here? You're the best, Austin. Have a good day. Yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day too, man. We're gonna see how these trades play out. If they don't play out in our favor, then it is what it is, right? But this is kind of where I was at, throwing it down. We'll see if we can continue to monitor and go from there. So one thing I'll tell you, and I'll tell you all the time, if you're gonna go and open up any margin, please go and add take profit and or stop loss. Even if the stop loss is for a negative, right? $7, $10, $15. It's better than actually getting fully leveraged out, especially if you're doing a 20x or anything like that. So please get into the habit of adding a stop loss and or a take profit in here. Like it, dude, just like go put it in there. And if it hits, dude. And then just, realize that you can live for another day. So with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And I will not see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll be at soccer. So with all that, have a fantastic rest of your day. Love you guys a ton. Peace out.